So thank you for joining Armwrestling fans. Last time I was live around this time, it got up to 59 viewers. I still remember, which was quite surprising because it's mostly night time in North America. So today we will be discussing the results of the recent AWC 3 All or Nothing pay-per-view. It was on 13th of January. For me personally, the time was 11:30 p.m. If you live in North America, it could have been somewhere around early morning time. So overall, the event exceeded my expectations. This is what I'll say. The only thing that seemed to be missing from the card was some big names. Otherwise, everything was perfect. The audio quality, the video quality was just simply amazing. Like really awesome. The refereeing was strict. I personally really enjoyed that. There were some weird calls when somebody went under the table in a losing position, King's move. They just told him to stand up a couple of times and a straight loss after that. So I think it should have been a foul first and then a loss, but they gave it as a straight away loss. I hope the audio and video are okay. Let me check. Yeah, kind of fine. So I'll let you guys know about the result of the event. Then we'll discuss the matches and we'll start working out. So the first one, there were two preliminary matches which were both awesome. Maddie Gagne versus Sabrina Folds. Sabrina defeated Maddie 3 pins to 2. It was a good match. Sabrina was way too strong, but somehow Maddie got the first two wins on fouls. She had good hand control without the straps initially. Then we have Alexander Koshadze versus Kelly Leach. Absolute hook war. One of the most amazing hook matches this year and like in last few months. And finally, Kelly Leach pulled off a surprise victory with a very fast attack in a hook position. 3-2 winner. The third match, now the main matches started. Alexander Kulishov versus Jonathan Breda. Jonathan Breda defeated Kulishov 3 pins to 2. In the hook, it was kind of getting closer because whoever was setting the hook first was winning. The defensive game of the athletes was not that great. Then in the final round, Jonathan Breda switched to a top roll technique and got the job done. 3 pins to 1. Jonathan Breda. Rick Heidelbrett versus Brad Grundy. So Brad Grundy recently competed in South Korea. He lost there, but then after that he competed in at East versus West and he won his super match. Rick Heidelbrett, last time I saw him compete was against Alex Cordecha, and before that against Pork Chop and a few other matches. So Brad Grundy didn't even let Rick Heidelberg slip even once. He always controlled the fingers and always pinned him with finger containment. Really dominant performance. People were saying John Milne, who was the MC of this event, MC or whatever you call it, the guy who was announcing the names, he was saying that how do you feel? Don't you feel kind of ashamed that you didn't even let our guy get to the straps? So Brad Grundy had a perfect reply. There was a moment where when he was offered the straps, but it was Rick who denied the straps. So you cannot blame him for not going to the straps. And even if this wasn't the case, still you cannot blame anyone for not going to the straps. Vivian Santos versus Petra Dam. Petra Dam was pretty much dominant throughout the match. This was second of the two one-sided matches. Like there were 9 matches in total, I think, and only 2 matches were complete one-side victories. These two were back to back. The first one won by Brad Grundy, second one won by Petra Dam 3 pins to 0. Then after that, Artem Ternenko versus John Tyrion. Absolute war, probably the match of the night. We saw King's move, top roll, hook, King's hook, defensive King's move. We saw everything in that match. That was really, really awesome. Who won? Can you guess? If you have not watched the video yet, Beerman Drew. Okay, Beerman Evan Burgoyne is in the house. So the match was won by John Tyrion 3 pins to 2. We kind of expected Artem to do well. He did well, but in the end, John Tyrion's speed, his side pressure inside a hook was way too much for Artem to handle. This was the best match of the night, in my opinion. And Artem's been doing really good on the left. He's like achieving that elite level superstar status in North America. But his right, I don't think it did very well in 2023, but it will be getting there. He says that his left and right are kind of equal, but people are weaker on the left. That's why his left looks so good. And almost every single left hand dominant arm wrestler, says that Denis Siplenkov used to say that about his prime. He said that my arms were kind of similar always. Right was much more stronger in the gym, but left looked more dominant because the level was just not there. Travis Bigent always says the same thing, and Artem also says that. See, Artem, if you're watching this, I'm comparing you with Denis Siplenkov and Travis Bigent. Alan Ford versus Kasper Sinicia. I made a blunder in this match. I thought that Alan Ford is going to get murdered by Kasper. When I saw Kasper in that Win Bet Arm Wrestling pay per view last year in Bulgaria, it was streamed on Bulgarian television as well. I saw him beat everyone. I saw him murder everyone there. And he was giving good matches to Sabin Bedulescu in the overalls and stuff. So I thought he's going to kill Alan Ford. And last time I saw Alan Ford compete, he didn't do well, I think. But that was amazing. Alan Ford pulled off the victory, 3 pins to 2. Casper was able to hook Alan without the straps. A couple of times he did that, and one round he won on fouls, one round he won by hooking him. But he couldn't do anything with Alan's hand inside the straps. His wrist got buckled like that, like a beginner. That was quite surprising. That's a very rare sight when you see somebody just setting a hook without the straps, but once the strap is applied, the wrist gets completely folded back. Usually it is the opposite with the hook style arm wrestlers. So Alan Ford ended up taking the win, 3 pins to 2. Beerman, can you tell me what was the logic behind that King's move foul rule that was given to Casper a couple of times? So I think first time there was a foul on him, but second time clearly there was no foul on Casper, and he went in an illegal under the table King's move in a defensive losing almost a losing position, and the referee told him to get up. The referee was saying get up, get up, get up. I counted. He said it 3 times within like 3 seconds or so, and then he gave it a straight loss to Casper. I was like, how did that work out? Like, if you say get up, and if he doesn't get up, shouldn't it be a foul? Because I don't think they were following running foul system. I did not see any running foul in that event. So if you tell somebody to get up and they don't get up, it should be a foul and it should be a stop if it is not a running foul system. But they gave it a straight loss to Casper. That was kind of weird. Casper was also complaining about it, but for not for too long of a time. Keeping with the training nice, yes, I'll be lifting some weights after this. After letting you guys know about the results of the event. Who did Alan do bad against? Yeah, I was asking Evan. I was asking this question to I don't know how and why I remember Alan losing to someone. I'm not sure who he lost to last year, or maybe I'm just confusing with something. I got confused about that in the live stream as well yesterday, and people we were discussing like who did Alan lose to. I even didn't remember, but somewhere in my mind, I think he lost to someone. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I am wrong. Just got up. Okay. Sorry, Pradeep. I'm not familiar with the rules of AWC today. Okay, brother. Okay. Bro, who did you think will be Delhi State COC this time? Delhi State COC. I'm not sure who are going to compete there. But if some like legit high level arm wrestler is not going there, then Abbas Rana is the COC of Delhi. He just turned 16. He just turned 16 and he's in the contention of winning the overalls while weighing like 205 pounds. He lost to James Wall 3-1 in September, but James is amazing. Yeah, and now RVJ is facing James. Okay. In a losing position, a foul in a loss, most rules. Yeah, but if it was a foul in a losing position, then yeah, maybe he gave him 3 warnings. And if it was a foul in losing position, then it was a loss. Yeah, it could have been that. I was also thinking that maybe it was because that's why I was saying it looked close to losing position. So maybe that's it. All right, so that was the match. Then after that, Jason Constantini versus Jeff Dave. And you can call me ignorant because I am in this case, but I have never seen Jeff Dave win. We have 32 viewers watching. Any of you, have you ever watched Jeff Dave win like a big tournament or a big super match or any big event? I have literally never seen Jeff Dave win. And I've heard that his left is stronger. And I've never seen him win on the left. So that's kind of bad. Jason Constantini arm wrestled perfectly in this match. Really liked the guy, the way he adjusted, the way he didn't overcome it because he would have lost his hand. He kept his hand, and then he went for the hook as well after tiring out Jeff Dave. Because let's be honest, the only way to beat Jeff Dave is kind of going inside, because it's almost impossible for anyone at his level to take his wrist. Of course, the elite guys can do that, but if you're at his level, anywhere around that, you cannot take his wrist. Jason did the perfect combination of staying flat, sometimes a little bit pronating, but then coming back inside and beating him with an inside game. 3-1 victory. I think Jeff Dave won one round on fouls. He did not pin Jason, or maybe he did. I don't remember correctly. So the second last match was between Heidi Corner versus Anna Gronlund. I knew it was going to be a close match. I thought Anna is going to take that match 3-1, 3-2, something like that. But the result was not that. Heidi ended up winning this one 3-2. That was like a really, really high level professional match. And these ladies took the most time in just setting up. Like every single match, the setup was fair. They put their elbows on the table, they gripped up, the referee said go, and that was it for every single match, except for this one. These ladies were causing some trouble to the referee trying to grip up. An amazing, amazing battle, back and forth. Highly recommend watching this match. Maybe top one of the top three matches, number three match of the night, in my opinion. So Heidi ended up winning 3 pins to 2, and Anna was, I think, she was almost crying. She was so sad. I think Anna won World Cup, not World Cup, WAF Arm Wrestling Championship in 2021 or 22. It was left and right hand. Since then, she also has not been doing so great. I don't really see her winning too many matches. And then the main event, Dave Chaffee versus Sergey Kalinishenko left arm super match. I've uploaded a detailed video about that, so I hope you've already watched it. Not going to spend too much time on it. So first round was won by Kalinishenko on 2 fouls on Dave. Dave was looking good. His hand was looking stronger, but Kalinishenko was holding Dave even in this position. Turned palm up, wrist broken back. Still, Dave couldn't pin him. From that moment, it was quite clear that Dave is going to lose this match. None of them have great endurance, but Kalinichenko had a better endurance than Dave Chaffee. Second round, Dave Chaffee won with a couple of fouls. Once he switched to a press, Kalinichenko was sensing that his arm may be going down. He let his elbow slide to the side of the pad. That was his second foul. Dave Chaffee, the winner. Next few rounds were kind of easy for Kalinichenko. In one round, Dave tried to switch to a flop press from this ugly position. He almost popped something in his bicep, and then we thought it was over, but then he came back to the table but was beaten once again. So 3-2 overall. I'll say the audio was cool, the video was cool. Sometimes maybe it was just a problem with my connection because it's kind of weak, slow, that the stream was kind of lagging behind. If you watch it for 5 minutes, it's automatically like 30 seconds behind. Maybe it was a problem with my stream. Other than that, for me, everything was perfect. One of the most closely contested events that I have seen overall. Percentage wise, if you see how many matches were close back and forth, I think this event like has to be at the top or very close to be at the top, if not at the very top. Talk about talked about before our time. Okay, Pradeep, sorry, I'm okay. Can you recap the matches you talked about before our time? I can just let you know the results. I cannot recap, for it's way easier for you to just drag it back and watch the results. So Maddie versus Sabrina Falls. Sabrina won 3-1. Then Alexander Koshadze versus Kelly Leach. Great hook battle. Kelly pulled off the fast, explosive win in the final round. 3-2 win for Kelly Leach. Then Alexander Kolishkov versus Jonathan Breda. Jonathan Breda 3-1. Good match this one was. One of the two mismatches of the card, Brad Grundy versus Rick Heidelbrett. Brad Grundy didn't even let Rick slip. He contained him with the fingers and pushed him down every single time, 3-0. Second dominant match of the evening was Vivian Santos versus Petra Dam. Petra Dam 3-0, flexing the biceps after the victory. I'll also be doing that after the stream over. John Therian versus Artem Ternenko, the best match of the night. You already heard about that. So 3-2 John Therian. These were the results before that. Sir, we can't see Chaffee lose again. Phone broken. I can't rewind. Okay. Rotate the screen, bro. Don't play this game with me. Rotate the screen. It cannot be broken all over. Either it's going to work this way or this way. One way it's going to work for sure. Sachin, no doubt. Abbas versus Sachin hook. Abbas versus Sachin, bhai. No, no. You're wrong. You're wrong, gamers. Abbas is going to beat Sachin in a hook. He'll beat him for sure. Abbas is the kind of guy he'll destroy anyone in the world who is like under his age. Under 16, I'm not sure if there is a guy who can beat Abbas Rana in the world. Beerman, do you have any good youth guys? Like maybe a 20-year-old, 200-pound guy against our 16-year-old? How Casper did not do very well, man. His wrist got flopped by Alan Ford. I was really surprised to see that. Dennis, as he was in his prime, and Levan was a lot more weaker. John Tyrion won against Artem. Yes, 3-2. Match of the night. King's move, hook, press, top roll, everything. We saw everything in that match. Maybe there was no press, but other than that, everything. Reno message, it's difficult to say, brother. I'll say maybe not, but it's difficult to say at what rate you can keep on growing. He looks already solid. I mean, a 50, he was already 15 and he was still lifting that much, I guess. So a 15-year-old who weighs around 200 pounds, benching 170 kilos. When was the last time you saw any arm wrestler do that? 375-pound bench press for a 15-year-old who weighs around 200 pounds. 205 pounds maybe. Alexander Koshadze. How old is he? I saw Koshadze, bro. What's his age? Let me see him again. Koshadze. Nah, bro. If you think that guy got anything on Abbas Rana, no. You're mistaken. He's light. He looks lighter than 200 pounds for sure. He's like maybe 175 or something. 18 and lighter than Abbas? No. To be honest, I don't think there is a 20-year-old who can beat Abbas in Canada. Like a super heavyweight, I'm talking about, not even around 200 pounds. Maybe if there is like some giant freak, that left-handed 18-year-old boy, David, who faced Devon, maybe he got something. I don't know what his level is. But yeah, maybe a super heavyweight can, but under 250 pounds, under 20 years of age, it's difficult. It's difficult. So let me warm up with my light 10-pound dumbbells. I brought these dumbbells, so maybe I don't know why I brought these. And those were good, like that was a good full rep bench press, like not arching the back like professionals do, and not half reps like arm wrestlers do, like full normal, just laying flat on the bench and pressing 345 pounds. No, 375, I think I said. 170 kilos, 375. Yeah. How do you train the fingers? I don't. I don't train the fingers. Do a giveaway of your dumbbells. Dumbbells will cost as much for transporting them as that kid is American. Okay, he's American. I saw Devon was arm wrestling him. I thought he's from Canada. Maybe that event was in Reno, Massachusetts. Bowen. No, no, no. Reno will beat Bowen, bro. Reno will beat Bowen for sure. Pradeep, download East Side Arm Wrestling's videos entirely. Yeah, I did a couple of videos. I was like, bro, he took the videos from WAF channel And I also wanted to upload the results. I'm like, why do that much effort? Just take his videos and upload them. I did that with a couple of videos. It was 1 year ago, I guess, little bit less than that. And he told you. So since, or did you figure it out yourself? If he told you, then I'm going to be a little bit harsh on him. Do you think Abbas at the age of 9? Okay, I already read that comment. Didn't Bowen just beat the number one from India? Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Ryan Bowen versus Mazahir Saidu. That was a cool match. 4-3. 4-3. The first day I heard that, yes, this match is confirmed. No, the first day I heard that it is going to be a best of seven. And I immediately said, man, that's a bad decision. You shouldn't have agreed to that. Pro Punjab League format is like best of five. You should have stuck to that. And Mazahir would have. That's literally what I thought. Best of five, Mazahir wins. Best of seven, Bowen wins. And if it was a best of five, Mazahir would have won that match. Well, I ain't the only one who knows. Yeah. So it was like stealing from a thief. I don't think it's unethical. So those videos did not belong to him. He stole them from the WAF channel, and I stole them from his channel. So that's how it works. And tell that fact to everyone who knows about that. Devon defeated Camille 5-1. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think Camille defeated Devon 5-1. Nope, Dennis would literally smoke him out. Who? I thought you said Prime versus Prime. Who has the biggest hands in India? I don't know, man. It's a difficult question. The Great Kali. He must have the biggest hands. He could have been good in his prime age, about 2007 8, when he participated in those fake WWE matches. He got good pronation going on. Like, I think he could have done good in arm wrestling if we increased the height of the table by 4 inches, I guess, 5 inches. He could have done well. Like, if you train for some time, I think you will have to hook that guy and beat him. Trying to top roll that long forearm, that massive hand would have been difficult for many people. That would have been the strategy to beat him. Hook the Great Kali and beat him. Do not top roll that arm, that hand. So, what should be the next workout? Biceps and Pradeep has the biggest hands in India. Devon have actually defeated him, bro. Who told you? Mazahir Bowen was super tough. Also, some calls against Mazahir was not called too. Yeah. So there's a whole story. I talked with the promoters about this thing when even Ryan was saying that the referees were not kind of good. So they asked Bowen, what kind of rules do you want? And Ryan said that, okay, don't call the small fouls. Let them slide. Let the match continue. And once you say that, it's kind of, you are kind of making yourself vulnerable to be taken advantage of. I don't really like that. When you say small fouls should be called, and in your mind that is a small foul, but if it happens like that much and that doesn't called, you immediately say, well, bro, I didn't say that. To me, this is a not a small foul, this is a big foul. I don't think it works like that. Do lateral raises, those were 10 pounds, not 10 kg. One of a spectator present at the venue of the match who told this. Okay. Bicep curls with this weight. Pradeep, do you know what the next big Pro Panja event is all about? I don't know yet when that event is going to happen, but we'll see. We will see. The Devon actually defeated him, bro. क्या भाई लाइव के बीच में एड्स या यूट्यूब ऑटोमेटिकली एडिट्स देम so there is an option in the beginning like do you want to insert ads yourself or do you want to let YouTube do that, and I selected the option let YouTube do that. There are three options in that one as well: be conservative, very few ads; be balanced, or be aggressive with the ads. Default setting is balanced, and that's what you're seeing, maybe one ad every 10 minutes or so. But there should be no ads during the live in my opinion, because 30 people are watching this. 30 people, if they watch an ad, I'm not going to get anything out of that. I saw Engin Terzi doing some straight curls today with 50 kilos. Let's start with 17, no, 23 kilos. All right. Best 100 kg arm wrestler in India, hairy hands. The video blacked out. Yeah, it's the lighting issue. Most potential running up in every weight category. I don't know. In the world or in India? What you're talking about? Please be more specific. So the next set is with. Let me read. I think Prudnik can beat Morozov right-handed any day. Right now, I think he may be able to beat him left-handed as well. I don't think Morozov's top roll is as good as Tobias's Sporong. At least not when he's still recovering from his illness. He's still only 126 kilos. So I think right now Prudnik may be able to beat Morozov even right-handed as well, left-handed. 33. Okay, let's take some rest. Now the lighting should be okay. Can Rahul Panikar beat Shivajit next time? Maybe or maybe not. Shivjit has beaten him 2 times back to back. Shivjit is almost impossible to top roll at that weight. Like really, really difficult to top roll. Prudnik is super underrated. He made Devon sweat less than 2 years ago. Yeah, little bit over 1 year ago. It was in November 2022. So like 14 months. Who is the most hardworking arm wrestler? I'm not sure. If we include like working out and promoting arm wrestling, traveling, it has to be Devon Laird. Nobody's doing more than him. I found Morozov very overrated, both left and right handed. Devon also feels very strange seeing Morozov as number one. Yes, yes. I have uploaded a video about that exact thing that you're talking about. I remember. Travis and Devon were discussing that in a video. Okay, somebody write me how many sets of hammer curls should I do after this and how much weight. Okay, weight I'm still going to select only like 11 kilos, but it will be kind of this way in a pronation way. That's how I will be doing those hammer curls. So 11 kilos. Write me sets and reps, and I'll do whatever you write. Most hardworking arm wrestler Johnny Iceman Walker is the most hardworking arm. The Bulgarians like Sasho, Georgi, Krasi, those guys are pulling world class level multiple times a day. That's why I think Krasi is going to beat John. Prime John versus Prime Levan. Levan. Bhai, straps versus no straps. Which one is better? What? Arm wrestling? Straps. Most of the matches are going to be in straps anyway. So, straps. I don't know anything about arm wrestling in straps. I don't know. There are some guys that I've arm wrestled with. I can take their hand without the straps. Once the strap is applied, it feels like I need to use two hands to be even able to stop them. Like nothing is there. Nothing is there, man. If I can do can openers on someone's wrist without the straps, I lose my wrist to them once the strap is applied. That's how bad I am in the straps. One reason is because I've never arm wrestled, not even practiced, never inside the straps ever. Is it like that for everyone? But I've seen that there are some guys who are on the table on the first time and you put them in the straps, they feel really strong. I don't know why it's opposite for me. Workout and breakfast complete. Yeah, I didn't anything in the I also didn't eat. Pradeep, my age is 18. My pronation lift is 42 kg and riser is 32 kg. You're just trying to flex it here, bro. Let's be honest. You wouldn't ask me if it is good or not. You think it's good and you're trying to flex it here. Let's be honest about that. But it's good. Four sets with slow tempo, focusing on the elbow flexors, maybe 6 to 10 reps. Seeing your strict curl form, it's clearly your weak point. Okay, what's clearly my weak point? Elbow flexors or biceps? Just write elbow flexors or biceps. What's the weak point? Opinion of winner of Levan versus Dennis. Winner of Levan versus Dennis in 2018. Okay, that's a close match. That's a close match. I think Levan may still take it. He may still take it. Pradeep, my age is 18 better. Pradeep, what is your opinion of the? You wrote that same comment again. It's time to do some curls. 33 kilos. Somebody translate that into pounds. What's that? 75? Let's do seated if I'm not changed the screen. I'll do one more set of standing up because my biceps are, yeah, definitely they are weak. I need to do full range. Did this half range elbow flexors. These are flexors, these are extensors, right? Then extensors are much more weaker than that. I like this new Pradeep, the one that's working out a little bit. Pradeep, try pronation lift next time. Yeah. I don't like straps, but I know I need to practice in the straps. So I did that. भाई कैरी मिनाती की तरह 1 मिनट बात करो. क्या मतलब उसका तरीका क्या है बात करना है, थोड़ा मोर और ज़्यादा एक्सप्लेन कर, समझ में ना आया. Yes, working out, Pradeep. Endurance left the chat 2018. Dennis will make oxygen quit. Possible, it's possible. I'm not denying that. I am not denying that at all. So let's talk about pay-per-views. There are many pay-per-views in a year now. Maybe there are 20 pay-per-views in 1 year of arm wrestling. So how many of them do you really purchase? Like, how many did you purchase last year, 2023? And how many, what's the maximum number of dollars you can afford to spend in 1 year on arm wrestling pay-per-views? Considering every arm wrestling pay-per-view is at least $10 these days. Thickened fingers, yeah, lots and lots of manual labor stuff. Fingers, usually they say that for things to grow, you have to kind of put some extra load on it. But this hand and wrist, I've seen like more repetitions, more repetitions. That's why the manual labors, the mechanics, they have thicker fingers. They're not doing anything crazy, like they're not twisting stuff usually most of the times that a regular guy cannot twist once. Like anyone can do that, but they do that all day long. So I think repetition is the key. It's not possible. I don't think it's possible for you to thicken your fingers if you are not in that kind of labor, because if you are not doing that, you're doing something else. Maybe you're studying, maybe you have a job, and to do some stupid stuff like that for 2 3 hours a day, which is required at least to thicken your fingers, I don't think it's possible to do that. Legends use Telegram, not pay-per-views. 2 3 at most, maybe $50 total. Okay. अभी तक एक भी इवेंट का पेपर व्यू नहीं खरीदा, इसलिए वो इंडिया में करते भी नहीं है पेपर व्यू. नो बडी, बिकॉज इंडिया में क्या है कि इंडियंस हैव दिस हैबिट नाउ ऑफ getting every sporting event in the history of the sport world for free. That's why Indians never pay for pay-per-views. Never. Because they're like, if we get to see IPL, like a where every single match is like $1 billion match. If we get to see, I well, not really, not every single match, but yeah, the league is $1 billion league. So we get to see that for free every single time. Then why do we have to pay for watching an arm wrestling match? And I think that kind of makes sense as well. That's why pay-per-view model is not going to work in India, at least for like next 5 years, at least maybe 10. Like the roast anyone whom you are very very close to in arm wrestling community. Why don't England entertain the North and South arm wrestlers? I don't know. I don't know. Again, I forgot. I didn't see myself, but would you call it strict form? I think the first set was more strict. But would you consider this set as strict? That's 73 pounds. So if by the end of this year I'm able to do 100 pounds, same 10 reps in equal form, I'll be happy. 10 reps, 100 pounds, strict form. That's the goal. Arm Wrestling News live stream after some days free match upload. Here is a joke. How did cops unlock Jamal's face? They used face recognition with the lights off. I don't know what you're talking about. Have you ever followed strict diets? Well, not really. One time I cut carb down a lot in 2017 or 18, I think it was. I lost a lot of weight from 82 to 72 in like a month or so. But at that time, I had no knowledge about diet, so I didn't increase the protein intake at all. Maybe I was taking like 50, 60 grams of protein in one day. I lost all of my muscle mass as well. Not for bodybuilding standards, using a lot of shoulder to move it. Okay, but for arm wrestling standards, it's good. That's okay. That's cool. Yeah, for arm wrestling, it's good because arm wrestling, everything is like nothing is strict in an arm wrestling match. So I don't think you need to do strict arm wrestling curls. Should I try to put my back against the wall and try it? Like if it seems much more difficult or not, like a really, really strict rep. Maybe I should try to do that. But biceps are already tired by now. Weakest Pradeep can smoke out Prime Levan. Smoke out Prime Levan any day of the week and even beating Tods under the table King's move. I fear the King's move sometimes. Like if I get hung up in a King's move and I don't have hand control, which most likely I won't have, I don't see myself having the riser to be able to beat it. The back pressure is nothing if the guy is a good King's mover. You need a good riser because a riser increases everything. It increases your ability to pronate effectively, it increases your back pressure. Your left looks bigger than right arm. It is a little bit. Just opening your arms completely would do the job. It won't be much harder. आर्म रेसलिंग ट्रेनिंग कर रहा था मसल गेन golfer's elbow. Right. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I hurt my elbow the first time I practiced on an arm wrestling table. And it was, trust me, it was much, much later. It was 2 years after I competed in one competition. I competed in 2019, and my first table practice was in 2021. Okay, let's try to do just one strict rep with back against the wall to see if that is any harder. I can still do 8 with this. I don't think it's any harder. So Engin today I saw him doing how many reps? He did some reps with 50 kilos. I think I can get to that. It didn't seem like impossible to me. So if it is 33, 40 for sure before the year I can do 10. If I can do 10 with 40, maybe I can do one with 50. So Engin was doing multiple reps, but I can do maybe one rep with 50. But Engin said his best was 65. Please tell the truth of wrist kickback. The wrist kickback thing in working out or in arm wrestling, that thing is only going to work if you have two things very strong, like a good strong side pressure and a good strong pronation. Otherwise, it is going to be a disaster for you. And you don't really intentionally do that thing that your wrist kind of gets taken, or maybe it becomes a good resting spot if you have enough arm strength. If you would reduce the RIR, what's RIR? What's that? Pretty sure you're getting to 50 quite fast. What's that term? Best 100 kg category arm wrestler in India. Abhas Rana, maybe. He's like 95 kilos. Maybe he can be the best. Under 100. Bro, 30 kg, that doesn't have to do anything with your height. Maybe you're already peaked. I did not grow after after I was 15 years old. Reps in reserve. Okay. You stop when it looks you have eight more reps in you. Got it. Got it. I'm fully convinced Kamil Jablonski beat Devon. Remember last time we thought Georgi won because Devon claimed his left was best in North America and nowhere else. Karaj Virk versus Sachin Goel. Good match. Karaj has already defeated Sachin a couple of times, but it's always a good match. So, we're not going to do bicep hammer curls with dumbbell. Instead, we are going to do it with this thing, whatever it is called. What do we call this thing? What's that? I can lift 27 kg in pronation lift. Rate me. Pronation lift 27 kg. Don't know, man. How long you've been working out? What's your weight? What's your age? वर्ल्ड टॉप 10 में एक भी इंडियन आर्म रेसलर नहीं है भाई टॉप 100 में भी नहीं है इंडियन आर्म रेसलर डू यू हैव arm wrestling table with a pulley set up for my pulley is attached to the wall so I can turn my table at different angles. No, I don't have. The previous house which I was in, that I used a pulley system there, but it was not cool. I didn't like that. Right now I don't have anything. Check out Tushar Joshi, the best Indian arm wrestler trainer. India having such a high population, why is it so underrepresented in strength sports, genetics, or economic environment? Other everything. Genetics plays a big role. Current top five arm wrestler, difficult question, man. I don't think even the top five arm wrestlers know where they stand in that list. Will Mazahir compete in WAF this year? Yes, he will. He did say that. 110 kg category. So let's do some hammer curls. Fine. Will Mazahir name any super heavyweight champion of India 130 plus? We've already discussed that Mazahir is number one in India. He's around 115. Is Rahul competing? He's not back yet. He tore his bicep in the Pro Punjab League season 1. Shivjit versus Kyle if they have same weight. I think Kyle may have the advantage because he's a bigger human being, but Shivjit is difficult to top roll as we have already discussed. Shivjit or Rahul, as of now, Shivjit Janardhan. Who is India's left arm superstar in super heavyweight? I have no clue. No idea. This time only 26 watching. Last time I had much more viewers. But still, it's cool. It's possible to read all of the comments. It's almost 4 p.m. here. I forgot, like somebody mentioned, I think Matthew mentioned how many reps. Yeah, 4 sets with slow tempo, focusing on elbow flexors, maybe 6 to 10 reps. Okay, 4 sets, 6 to 10 reps. Let's do 10. I did 12 in the first one. Let's do even more slow, even more strict. Let's do 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How do I focus on elbow flexors? You didn't tell me that part. Whose baby is crying? Bro, love your pronunciation. Thank you, sir. Who is crying there? It's my son crying. He just woke up. Should long arm pullers use press? Yeah, if you're a long arm wrestler, you may sometimes struggle to finish a match. Switch to a press, not straight away. Kamil Jablonski is like 6'2", 6'3". He, I'm sure, has a quite long arm. He goes to a press straight away. Full family live 50K? No, I don't think so. One day I was thinking about how about I do the exact number of push-ups compared to my subscribers divided by 1,000. So let's say I have 43,000 subscribers today. I do 43 push-ups today. I have 40, and I keep on doing 43, 43, 43 every single day. Once I hit 44, keep on doing it 44, 44, 44 every single day. And it will be cool if when I reach like 200,000 subscribers. Until then, I'm doing like 197 push-ups every day, 198, 199, 200. At some point, it may get impossible because it's going to take a lot of time and effort. But is it a cool idea? Should I start a short series on that? Is this normal to you? A very low watching 21? Yeah, it's not 21 is not normal, but it is what it is, man. What can we do? Rank India's overall top five? I don't know. Difficult question. Good idea. Who is India's best arm wrestler after Mazahir? That's also a difficult question. Will Pradeep get 55K at the end of this year? Let's see how many got I got last year. So it should be more than that. Any guesses how many subscribers I got in 2023? 2023. So okay, I have the number. Let's see who guesses it first. Sandhya and gamers. One of you two is close. I did left or right last time. Which arm did I did last? Left, right, I think it was. So the closest is Duelist Gamers with the answer 25K. So I got 24,127 subscribers last year, which is 117% more than 2022. So in 2022, I guess I got like 10,500 subscribers. That 2023, 24,000 subscribers. So I'm hoping that I get 30,000 this year. So 43 plus 30. What do we got here? 63,000 subscribers by the, no, 73,000 subscribers by the end of this year. That's what I should get, realistically speaking. But usually I've seen subscriber growth is it becomes faster every single year. There are some people who get to their first 500K in 5 years, and from 500K to 1 million, next 500K in 5 months. There are YouTube channels like that. Who will potentially beat Devon Current except Levan? Gennady Kvikvinia? He must have the best shot. How many times? Yeah, I should have a time fixed for that, but right now I'm kind of randomly resting between the sets. Put the biceps popping. We got something going on here? Well, not really, but soon, soon. Mr. Beast usually gets 10 million subs in a week. Yeah, he's growing much faster. His subscriber numbers, bro, my man is going to cross T series in the amount of subscribers. Gennady still looks confident. Dennis can beat him in the rematch. But in terms of views, T series is still ahead. I checked it on which social blade website. T series is getting like more than twice as many views as Mr. Beast, but the subscribers from Mr. Beast channel are increasing. And it makes sense because T series uploads what like 20, 30 videos a day. So you kind of get irritated. You have to unsubscribe from T series. Otherwise, you won't be able to find anything in your subscription feed because it will be all T series. That's why I think they don't get enough subscribers. I mean, they do have the most number of subscribers in the world, but many people, like at least there should be 20% people who think like that, who won't subscribe because they cannot find anything in their subscription feed if they subscribe to T series. 6. Let's do 15 this time if we can. 7, 8. No, it's getting difficult. The form was getting bad. That's cool. Could you try riser lift too? I did the riser lift, I think it was 3 days ago. You mean should I try a 1 rep max? No, I'm not going to do that yet. Let me get into trainable shape. Abdul Kader, he's from Chhattisgarh and me too. Yeah, Abdul Kader, I think he comments at some videos. Is he the same guy? Vitali versus Monster Todd. Vitali should be the favorite. Gennady previous performance so dynamic, losing clean, winning, giving tough matches to anyone. Monster Michael Todd versus Cordecha. I think Cordecha can switch to a press now and beat Michael. Full time arm wrestler in India. That's a good question. That's a good question. I mean, there are most of the arm wrestlers, they are earning some kind of money, but they don't have a job. I think that's what I think. Or maybe they don't want to do a job right now. I don't think there is anyone like who is earning sufficient money who doesn't want to have a job. Maybe Shiv Kaushik is doing good. My guess would be he's earning like 30,000, at least 30,000 a month from YouTube, Instagram, sponsorship, selling stuff, maybe 40. So you can maybe call him a full-time arm wrestler, but Aryan is a full-time arm wrestler. Yeah, that's one. But his channel is mostly because of powerlifting. He has like something like 700,000 subscribers. Hermes Dennis Gennady versus Dennis, and then Dennis versus Devon. This time the gap of improving can definitely defeat Levan and then Levan. Do you agree with Pradeep? No, I don't agree with that, brother. I think Hermes is going to beat Dennis. Gennady, maybe Dennis can put the brakes. Let's see. But Hermes will beat Dennis as of now, I think. Michael Todd, Alexei Vovoda. Yeah, that match should have happened, but I don't think Vovoda is going to come back. I think he lost motivation after loss once again. So I think that's it for today's live stream. Thanks for joining, arm wrestling fans. Give me some idea, like something that I can do related to subscribers. That isn't a cool, because watching me do 43 push-ups every single day, that's going to get boring pretty soon, I guess, unless it clicks, like people start knowing about, yeah, Pradeep is doing that. I don't think that's the best idea possible. So if some of you have recently joined, I was talking about doing, like, let's say I have 43,000 subscribers, so doing 43 push-ups every single day. And as soon as I hit 40, every single day 44 push-ups. So that trend keeps on continuing until I cannot anymore, until I quit. But it should be possible to do like 3 400 push-ups, maybe even 500 push-ups every day. Does height matter in arm wrestling? Because Indian genetics is not good. I think average height of India is 5'6". Yeah, around that much, 5'6". And average weight is like 60, 63 kilos, something like that. Rapid fire questions. But I don't have those questions prepared. Pradeep, here are rapid fire questions. Okay, okay. 50-50, not allowed. John versus schoolboy. John versus schoolboy. I cannot answer this in one question, but if that match is happening today, John. If that match happens in like 6-7 months from now, John is slowly declining, schoolboy is slowly improving. Schoolboy is going to take this match in a hook. Hermes Dennis, Hermes. Vitali versus Todd, Vitali Lalitin. Okay, these were rapid fire questions. Gennady versus Dennis, Gennady, if that match is happening now. Georgi versus Dennis, Dennis. I'm trusting Devon's prediction on this one because he defeated both. Georgi versus Vitali, Georgi Svetkov. Chafee versus Uncle Todd, Michael Todd is going to destroy Dave Chafee. John versus Kidragali, Kidragali Ongarbaev is going to win for sure. I want to see your table practice, Drew. It's a good idea, I think. Okay, question push ups idea. Good, good. So, thank you, arm wrestling fans, for joining. Please hit the likes button. Let me see. Only 36 likes so far. Please take them to 40 before I end this live stream in about 10 seconds from now. And I'll be really, really thankful. Where's my mouse? Wireless mouse, bro. I'm sending money. Not sending, I'm spending money on this stuff. Thank you. Good day, good night, good evening.